Hey everybody. So I'm not typically the type of guy who would consider doing a live commentary. I feel like live commentaries are kind of low effort content now, which I'm not gonna try and convince you that like me making a live commentary is somehow a higher effort version of that genre. It's it's content that, you know, you sit down, you play games, and you make occasional comments about what's going on, and then that's it. Nothing special about it. Anything like that, you know, it's just you're hanging out, you're talking. I don't know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, although it is low effort content, I want to upload something. I do. I want to get something uploaded. I haven't really been, you know, editing a lot of videos. I've been lacking a little bit. That's on me. I've been working on my MVM video. I think I promised that in creators.tf a little bit, but you know, I haven't really been up to the scale I'd want to with making videos. Should be a few videos coming soon, but I figured I would, you know, do this first because, you know, Backscatter, my first video, it's a classic. It's kind of a joke now at this point between a lot of the people I know, me and the Backscatter. And I don't know, live commentaries have kind of a vibe to them. I used to not really like them. Like I liked them when I was younger. I kind of grew out of them, and then I'm almost liking them again. And I've talked to a couple other people, and they kind of agree that they're not, you know. Like I said, you don't put a lot of effort into them, but there's something about it, you know, just a guy sitting there talking. And when you know, it's like late at night, or if you're just hanging out and relaxing, it's something that I watch, like all those old Star commentaries, even besides the ones, you know, I watch the ones with Germa, you know, Ask Nicely for the Crits and Friend Team and all that, but even the ones just that started alone in like 2011 and 2012, like the old ones, you know, it's such bad content if you really think about it. But there's just something that I enjoy about it. It's just relaxing, it's cathartic, I guess I would say. You know, I really don't know why I enjoy it so much. Like I said, I guess it's good to watch just if you're relaxing and you're not wanting to focus on much. You're just like listening to a guy talk, and rather than it being like a commentary YouTube video where everyone's mean to each other, it's just some guy sitting in his room making like random occasional comments about the happenings of the video game that he's playing, and the video game he's playing just so happens to be my favorite video game, so, you know, why not? Now, I would hope that a lot of my viewers would enjoy TF2 as much as I do, because TF2 is, in my opinion, one of the best games ever made, if not the best game ever made. I love this game. I'll always love this game. It's gonna be probably my favorite game of all time. You know, I've dropped it before, and picked up other games, or said, no, I quit this game, I hate this game, you know, this game sucks, but no matter what, I always find myself going back to it. I always find myself thinking, you know, I love this game. This game is great. Because it is. It's fundamentally, I feel like Team Fortress 2 is a fantastic game. It's esports wise, it's design, you can tell. Look around me. Clearly we're on the blue team. You know this. Everything is marked clearly. You know when a player's on the blue or red team. You know, you play a game like Valorant, you know, there is no class colors. It's sometimes hard to distinguish besides little outlines, you know? You gotta put little outlines, say, this is an enemy, shoot at this guy. Whereas in TF2, no outline needed. Look at that, that's a red guy. Let's shoot at the red guy and kill him. If I can hit shots, there we go. You know, it's just such a simple design that makes the game work so well compared to some other games. And that's why I love it so much. It's such a good shooter. It's got personality, it's got character, it's got a fantastic community around it, and it's so simple, it's easy to understand. You know, you're not gonna... When you die, I've had plenty of moments where I die. This isn't one of them, but when I die, I've had plenty of moments where it feels like complete horseshit. But compared to other games, I feel like every time I die in Valorant, I'm mad. Because that's not my fault, you know, this, that, the other thing. Or when I die in fucking, like, I don't know, Fortnite. I don't play Overwatch, that's like the only other thing I can think of. I die in Fortnite, I'm mad. But when I die in Team Fortress 2, like 70% of the time, I'm like, oh, that was my fault. You know, I could have done better. Because half the time it was your fault. And believe it or not, you know, if you believe dying in a game is your fault, that's actually a good thing. If you're dying and you don't feel like it was complete bullshit, hopefully it wasn't actually complete bullshit, you know. If it wasn't complete bullshit, that makes the game great. If you die and it's your fault, I think that that's good game design, right? You shouldn't die from some complete shit. Like, for example, you get backstabbed as heavy. Yeah, that absolutely sucks, getting backstabbed as heavy, obviously. But if you get backstabbed as heavy, you've kind of got it, like, you know, oh, I should have turned around there, you know, I should have looked for spies, you know, I'm not doing much right now, whatever. Or when you're in the middle of shooting, oh, you know, I should have looked behind me, basically, is the idea. Whereas, you know, you're fighting a guy completely fairly in CSGO, Valorant, you know, those games, and you're not doing anything wrong, and the guy just so happens to get lucky and gets a headshot and just instantaneously kills you when you're milliseconds away from killing him. It's stupid. Like, game design shouldn't rely on luck. And you hear me saying all of this and you're like, yes, this is great, because I'm playing on creators.tf right now. Creators.tf made the video about it. I think it's fantastic. I really encourage you to try it out. Instead of casually, you know, there's not a lot of cheaters at all. There is a great community, and of course there's no random crits. Of course, auto balance is still a thing, but there's no random crits. And that is my thing. The only time I feel like in Team Fortress 2 I died, and it was entirely not my fault, and it was complete bullshit, is when I get random crit in the face. I'm fighting some guy fairly, it's going completely well, you know, there's no reason I should lose this fight, and then he just fucking random crits me right in the face. And I die instantaneously. It's the same idea as a CSGO Valorant, you know, headshot mechanic. It's stupid, it's maddening, and that random crits shouldn't be in the game. This game... Okay, it wasn't random crit. This game... I don't know why you popped on me. This game is such a good designed game, or a well-designed game, that I really don't think that random crits should be in this game. That's kind of a discussion that has gone on for years, and there was the Uncle Dane video, and there's this and that, and there's always going to be argument about that. Yeah, random crits are fun sometimes, but it's just, in general, the game is designed around, if you're good and the other player isn't as good as you, you're going to win the fight. But then there's, if you're bad and the other player is better than you, but you kind of are feeling a little lucky today, and he does 160 to you and instantly kills you, you know, it's not... That's not fair at all. That undermines everything I just said about this game being designed well. It's really unfortunate, but that's just how it is. It doesn't have to be this way, of course. Random crits are from a time where stalemates were just the way of life in Team Fortress 2, and you kind of had to have them so you could break stalemates, so it didn't just, you know, go on forever and ever and ever, and that was kind of the way it was. But now, is that a problem? Can you tell me right now if that's a problem? No, of course that's not a problem. Now we've got maps on this map right now, CPU Sunshine, all these 5 CP maps here, that, yeah, they can get a bit stalemate-y in like a competitive match, but really, it's incredibly rare that I see a match stalemate in a pub, ever. Like, I've seen it, probably, I would honestly put it at 4 or 5 times a year of playing Team Fortress 2, real life year, that I see it, because, like, come on, that doesn't happen. Or at least it doesn't happen often. So the use for random crits, or the case for random crits, is, oh, well, if you're bad, you know, you get a random crit and you feel good about yourself killing someone, or if you're good, you know, you laugh sometimes, you get a random crit on your rocket launcher and you kill fucking 3 people. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking dopamine. You're definitely gonna be excited about that. But was it fair for the other players? Absolutely not, it wasn't fair for the other players. It ruins their experience. And I don't think a game should rely on keeping players playing by ruining other players' experience. Isn't that kind of counterintuitive? Players are going to just get random crit and either have no idea what's going on and hate this game, or figure out, oh, this guy just gets lucky and he fucking kills me every time, and that's stupid. And they're going to stop enjoying the game, and then that player potentially is going to quit the game because you wanted one player to feel happy for like 2 seconds that he got a random crit, and he'll never think about that again. Like I said, this game is just designed so well fundamentally, and random crits just completely takes away from the design of this game so much, it really does make me sad. Either way, on another topic, I used to do Twitch streaming. Technically I still do. I haven't streamed in like a month, so I really don't. But technically, theoretically, I still Twitch stream. I haven't officially quit yet. But it's kind of going, you know, down the hole. I love song requests. Song requests has always been fun to me. It's been one of my favorite parts of streaming. I get to listen to viewers' songs, you know, interacting with chat, stuff like that's my favorite part of streaming. And recently I found out that song request is pretty much dead, unless they copy or request non-copyright music, which you're not going to be able to enforce in a Twitch chat room, you know what I mean? So you can't use song requests anymore because all copyright songs are completely banned at all. You will get banned from Twitch if you use any copyright song or material at all. Which, before it was, yeah, you know, you get your VOD muted. Whatever. I don't really care that much. You get a certain part of your VOD muted because there was a you know, copyright song playing. Now, it's your channel gets disabled for a while if you're caught using music, I think, copyright music. Like Twitch, as everyone knows, there's been a lot of controversy. You know, you've got the moderator thing lately, whatever her name is. You've got their very strict moderation policies, and people often accuse Twitch of favoritism for certain people, like certain people groups, like especially women, which somewhat I agree with. They really only banned Alinity for her little incident because everyone freaked out about it. But now especially, the thing that mainly affects me is the copyright music. I'm not a big fan of copyright music ban at all. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming much on Twitch, I guess, is what I'm saying. Not that it matters to them. I'm just a little streamer. But, I want to know your thoughts. Like, what I'm thinking, the whole point of this live commentary, really, at this point, is kind of to hear you guys' thoughts. I don't often look in comments, because usually comments are kind of just a shit show. But I would be really interested to hear your guys' thoughts on this little incident with Twitch, and what you guys think about everything that's going on. That would be awesome. Leave in comments what you think. I'll read them. I don't get a lot of comments, so I've got time, all the time in the world to read them. If I'm not making other videos, I'll look in the comments. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? I think that it's, obviously, absolutely stupid, because it kills, in my opinion, a pretty integral part of the fun of streaming, which is song requests. So, you know, maybe if they make it to where, you know, if you aren't the one who plays the copyright music, you know, if it's song requests, you get a pass or something. I don't know. It's really disappointing to me that Twitch is taking, you know, their platform effectively and kind of just killing it. It's not fun for me to stream. It hasn't been fun for me to stream for a long time, and especially not going to be now when such an integral part of chat's interest in your stream is gone. Since chat is my, you know, my favorite part of streaming. It's fun. So, what do you guys think about that? You can leave it in the comments. I'll check it out. You know, I might respond, stuff like that. Feel free to do whatever you want. So, I made the video on the backscatter. Now, my opinion was articulated a lot more there than it is ever going to be in this little live commentary thing, so I would encourage you to watch that. But a particular thought I had about the backscatter is that although it's a fun weapon situationally, you know, it is. I really do enjoy playing with this weapon. I have lots of fun playing with backscatter. It's rewarding when you get that 140 mini crit from behind. But it's a good situational weapon. In its current state, it is a good situational weapon that desperately needs to be improved on. My improvements that I've suggested in the video after talking with a few people, they were pretty janky. I kind of knew that, you know, some of them would be a little busted. Critting from behind in general is kind of a little bit of a risky thing that you could do or try and implement, because that could feel really imbalanced. You know, we talked about random crits, right? You know, it's the same mechanic as backstabbing, I guess. It's not quite the same as really? Okay. It's not quite the same as random crits, where it feels like it's completely not your fault, because, oh, I should have, you know, not let that scout get behind me, or I should have paid more attention. But I feel like still, if you could do up to 180 damage to someone from behind them, it really would not feel that fair to play against, which obviously is a problem. You know, the backscatter right now can one-shot a light class. I think I don't have a clip of it anymore, but in a sixes match, I was hiding. I'll show you the exact spot. Actually, it was on this map. I was hiding here, and a scout, you know, approaches me right here. I run out and I hit him from about the side, like here. He'd be standing here. It's a bad example, you know, I'll put something on the screen or something, but he would be standing there. I hit him from the side and did 136 and instantly killed him, and that collapsed their whole flank, and we actually won the push pretty much entirely off the scout pick, which is great for me. But using, you know, this is a gimmick weapon. Compared to the scattergun, most people would call this a gimmick weapon. So using a gimmick weapon to get a single pick and then me being kind of useless in the mid fight because those 2 shots gone are huge. You know, you don't hit every mini crit, absolutely not. And when you're trying to spam with the backscatter, because of the accuracy penalty, it's nearly impossible. It's not. You can't. You might do 5 damage to someone. Denying bombers is still possible theoretically, but it's. The reliability of the scattergun is a lot better in pretty much every other situation in competitive. In pubs, it's 100%. I very truly encourage you to use this gun because this gun's fantastic in pubs. It's fun. I enjoy it. In competitive though, it's all right. You know, it's situational. In certain situations like that, you know, he's already damaged. But in certain situations like that, they have no idea you're there. That wasn't even a spy. I do 138 and instantly kill him. That's awesome. But how many situations are you going to get a game where they don't know you're there? An idea I had for this in one of my last Sixes competitive scrims that I had, I stepped down from my team recently, in one of my Sixes scrims, was you come up, especially on map Villa, I'm not on Villa right now, but you know, you come up backscatter, kind of like how you'd say come up Kritzkrieg, and in your mind you have a particular flank your particular flank that you're ready to implement, and go do that, and then when you die you switch back to whatever weapon, you know, probably scattergun, but whatever weapon you were using before. Use it as a weapon. You come up, you try and get something done, kind of like coming up spy. You come up with a backscatter, you try and get something done, you know, see if you can drop the med, and then come off backscatter. You can't run it permanently. Running the backscatter permanently, the lack of ammo and the unreliability of player, like look at that, I missed 2 of my 4 shots. Once, you know, scattergun, you usually miss 2 shots, but with scattergun you have a full 4 clip left. You know, you can kill someone in 4 shots, you can kill like everyone in every class in 4 shots, but with the backscatter, you miss your 2 shots, you have 2 shots. Now, of course, 2-shotting, you know, you can 2-shot classes, no problem. You can 2-shot a medic, you can 2-shot a demo, you know, all this stuff. But how often are you really going to get away with a 2-shot? It's rare. Like, that was a 2-shot. That's totally great. But that was because he had no idea I was coming. He had no idea I was there, he had no idea I was coming, and he had his melee out. If that guy just flamethrower out, there was no way I would have gotten away with the 2-shot. Getting a 2-shot, you know, you can get it on medics, I guess, pretty easily if you're good, but combining the fact that player aim is always going to be unreliable, and combining the fact that you're never really going to be able to reliably 2-shot people, I'm not really giving an example here, I've 2-shot like 2 people, reliably 2-shot 2 people in every single fight. Once you miss your 2 shots, it's over. Or if you're a god, sure, you can hell 4 your shots, but there's a 0% chance that they're all going to do enough damage to kill, right? You know, like with this gun's accuracy penalty, it kind of it does a lot less damage. I'm really not giving a good example here. I've 2-shot so many people, 2-shot, 3-shot. But you know, like the weapon is good in situations. The weapon is fun to use almost always. I've had tons of fun with this weapon. But from a strictly competitive, like pure gameplay standpoint, it really, you know, it's not as reliable as stock in any way. It's the loss of the 2 shots is huge. I think a way to make this weapon better, if you're not going to make it full crit, would be maybe to give it back 6 shots. At some point, the Babyface's blaster had 6 shots. I don't know if you remember that. You couldn't double jump, and but you got the speed boost thing, I think were the stats, and that was fucking stupid. But this isn't the Babyface's blaster, right? The Babyface's blaster, when it was good and had 4 shots still, you know, you ran at 900,000 million miles per hour. You didn't just instantly lose your boost. And, you know, you're not hitting shots anyways. The Babyface's blaster was totally not fun to play against, not because it just blatantly was better than the scattergun, kind of the opposite. It wasn't fun to play against because you couldn't hit the other player, but half the time they couldn't hit you because they're going, what, 130% speed, and you have 4 shots. So you're guaranteed to miss like at least 2, probably 3, maybe all 4, and then it's over. You know, you can't hit shit. Which I think is why they originally gave the weapon 6 shots, because they knew that with the amount of speed you would be missing a lot of shots, so it would kind of end up being like 3 or 4 shots anyways. But if you're playing against a god, yeah, it's the worst weapon to play against ever in all of history. That sucks if you're playing against a good player. I don't want to play against a good Babyface's Blaster Scout, or an old good Babyface's Blaster Scout. But now, especially now, rest in peace, baby faces. Oh my god, rest in peace, baby faces. It's the 4-shot thing. Like it's a good idea at first, because you know this thing was mini crits. You had 6 shots. You get behind 2 mini crit shots. You still have enough. Oh my god, you still have enough ammo to get something done, no problem, with any other classes. You know, 2-shot a mini crit, you got 4 shots left. 2-shot mini crit another player, and then potentially, if you're crazy, 2-shot mini crit another player. But keeping in mind that the average scout would miss, you know, 2 shots per clip, most likely you are going to miss the 2 shots. I got baited by my medic. You're gonna miss the 2 shots, and you're still going to have 4 left. The full clip of the backscanner. That is, it's too good, I think. Either way, I think that's probably gonna be good for the live commentary for today. I didn't want it to be too long, you know. It's already kind of getting long. I didn't want it to be too long, just a little bit of a throw together video, so I could get some content out there and talk about a few things that, you know, I feel like talking about that apply, live commentaries, all that cool stuff. So if you agree, or if you have any opinion, feel free to comment. I'll read it for sure. If you enjoyed, you know, you can like the video, subscribe, all that stuff. You've heard it a million times. I'll be back with some more well-edited content soon. I need to finish that MVM video. So thank you for watching. I will see you guys hopefully in the next video.